Hello, Calamity Crofter here again for another video. Looking at a couple of tires today and see what we can make of them. First one is looking at a throttle linkage issue, and we'll see how we get on with that, and hopefully then we'll move on to something else after that. Okay, so the problem I'm looking at today is the throttle cable rod that obviously operates and comes through the side of the engine here. Now, as you can see, well, there's a bit of a problem here that obviously the previous owner thought a lot of wire ties will help deal with the situation, so that's one thing I've got to resolve. The more critical thing is actually the rod that operates the throttle on this. Now, if you look carefully, it actually passes between two pipes. That's causing a problem. I've actually put some grease on it just now to allow it to slide through easier, but basically what it's doing is it's actually trapped between those two pipes and it will wear those pipes away. They are the injector feeds for this tractor, so that's not a very helpful solution at the moment. So I need to resolve this before I hold one of the injector pipes. So that's what I'm going to be doing just now. That's the problem I'm looking at. So we'll continue and we'll see how we get on. Okay, so I've got some spanners here, and as I say, it's the back pipe I'm going to try and take off and try and free up this rod, stop it from being trapped. It's actually getting caught on the stop rod as well. So I'm going to take this off and see if I can get that re-threaded. So we'll see how we get on. So this is a 5/8 spanner I'm using on this. Let's go into number 2 cylinder. Right. So that was actually easy, and I thought it would be. I thought it might be a bit more of a problem trying to get that out. The only thing I've got to watch is that the pipe doesn't get rubbed from behind, but I've actually got that to sit away from the throttle rod a little bit there, so that's actually quite good. So that means that I've managed to should be good. So hopefully that's done the trick for that. So that's now freed up the rod there, and it's actually freed up the push rod as well. So it's now a case of I can actually keep the damage away from the injector pipe, because that has actually damaged the injector pipe already. There is actually a wear mark on there. I might have to look at replacing the injector pipe at some point, but that's actually not worked out too badly. So it's just a case of just making sure you're checking things and making sure things move as they should. As I said before, it's a 50-plus-year-old tractor, so it's obviously had a lot of people doing stuff with it over the years. And it's just part of the fun of sorting these things out, but that was quite an easy fix. Next thing to do is obviously to try starting, make sure that there's no leak from the pipes, and hopefully we should all be good. So fingers crossed. Okay, so the task I'm looking at doing now is putting a set of counterweights on the front of the tractor. Now I will show you later on that I've got a back arm that goes on the 3-point linkage on the back. I've hooked this up to the tractor already to see what it's like. I've only recently acquired it. So I've hooked it up on the back, made sure the hydraulics all work, that's all okay. But as soon as I tried to move the tractor, raise the back arm off the ground, tractor was obviously the weight of the back arm, it started making it do wheelies. So to deal with that problem, I need to put some counterweights on the front. So the way that they do it on David Brown is there's actually some bolt holes on the front where the counterweight bar sits. Now the problem I've got here is that one of the bolts has sheared in the past, and I need to get that out. So this is the task that I'm looking at doing now. So I'm going to get some tools together, and we'll get that sorted out just now, and you'll see how I hopefully accomplish it. Okay, so first things first, I obviously need to try and create a point for me to try and drill this bolt out. I'm going to try and drill a hole through it initially and see if I can use an extractor to remove it. So first part is obviously to punch this. So that gives me a point to start drilling, so I can now drill on that point there. Using M42 drill bit to drill the hole. It's a cobalt bit, so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to obviously use oil as well, try and lubricate it to obviously not damage or try and prevent damage to the drill bit. not on hammer. I'm going to keep drilling. There's obviously no point showing you just me drilling. It's obviously going to take a little while, so I'll come back to you once I've done the hole. Okay, so I changed drill bit. I used a 3mm instead of a 6, and I managed to get through, and I think I've gone through to the other side of the bolt because I'm now finding rust on the end of the drill bit here. So that must mean I've actually gone through the bolt and I've actually gone into the hole itself. The reason I want to do that is when I come to remove the bolt out, I want to be able to squirt oil in behind the bolt for it to penetrate in behind the bolt as well as me trying to oil it from the front. So I'm now through the bolt with a 3mm. I'm now just going to try again with a 6mm and see how I get on with that. Okay, so I've changed to 6mm. Brand new drill bit. We'll see how we get on with the hole now. So I've gone through the bolt, come out the other side, there's rust on the end of the drill bit there, so I've actually made it through now. So that's the hole made. Now it's down to the next stage, see if we can get an extractor in there. Okay, so I've put an extractor like that, smaller size one, into the hole now, and I've got it so it's gripping. It's not going to undo straight away like that, so I'm going to give it some heat now and see if I can get some movement out of it. So I've heated it up a bit. I need to get some more oil in there behind it, see if I can get the oil to penetrate a bit more. Okay, so haven't been successful so far with extracting the bolt from the front part of the tractor there. I'll continue to pump it with oil, and I'll try and remove it, and I'll update you if I have any progress on that. Worst case scenario, I'll probably end up welding a nut to the top of the bolt and see if I can remove it that way. But I'm going to carry on with the extractor at the moment and see how I get on, and see what progress I can make with that before, as I say, probably my last resort will be actually welding the nut to it and see if we can remove it that way. So see how we get on with that. But yeah, stay tuned for more videos, and remember to subscribe and leave any comments and any likes as well. And as I say, comments are always welcome, and if you have any questions or anything that you'd like me to video in particular with regards to the tractor or the croft, then let me know, and see what we can do. Bye bye for now.